So you're good. This is not.
Sweet.
It's right here now.
Awesome.
And it's in your mic. So if you want to mute your mic.
Perfect. And then there. Okay. Now back on.
There we go. Perfect. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, good evening, softball fans. We're just about moments away here from the start of this Big Nine Conference matchup between Mankato East and Northfield. Right now, we're inside the MSU All Sports Dome getting ready to begin this first game here for the Cougars. And, nice weather outside, but the field just wasn't quite ready yet with all the snow and ice that is melting. So here we are inside, ready for this softball season to begin. Northfield and East, of course, two of the best teams in the Big Nine, and we're going to see a good matchup here tonight. The umpires and coaches just going over some of the ground rules for the Dome, of course, is always interesting when it comes to hitting the ceiling, where the foul lines are, home run lines, so making sure everybody's clear on that before we get started. But of course, both teams here looking to compete for that Big Nine title here, and they're going to start their season off here. So the visiting Northfield Raiders, let's go through their roster and their starting lineup for us right now. So leading off for them is going to be number 12, the pitcher, Graff, and then batting second, the second baseman, Menson, batting third, the right fielder, Ennedy, batting fourth, the third baseman, Horman, batting fifth, the catcher, Broden. Batting sixth, the shortstop, Holman. Batting seventh, the center fielder, Snyder. Batting eighth, the first baseman, Triplett. And batting ninth, the left fielder, Nauman. That'll be for Northfield, who they'll be coming to bat here in just a few moments here. Still waiting. East is just taking the field right now. And for the East Cougars, their starting lineup tonight, it's going to be Sydney Jacobs is going to lead off, followed by Peyton Stevemer, Kylan Stangl, she'll be pitching. Petzel is batting fourth. And then we've got Hoken, I believe, is batting fifth. Wenninger batting sixth. Reisner batting seventh. Suave batting eighth. And Beatty batting ninth for the Cougars here. And Kylan Stangl is out there taking her warm-up pitches for the Cougars as she warms up, as we're just moments away from getting this game underway. It's exciting. You can feel it. The weather's finally feeling like softball weather. Even though we are inside, we know this is going to be a fun season, fun game here tonight for you. Thanks for joining us here with 24/7 Ball Sports. You can follow us on our YouTube channel, Facebook page, or go online to 247ballsports.media for more information and all the great things that 24/7 Ball Sports has to offer, especially during this last winter. Kind of nice to have the facility and places there to go to still stay in shape for that softball season. So Kylan Stangl, the pitcher here, I got a chance to interview her and get to know her a little bit more before this season started, and man, what a great kid. It was really fun to hear some of her answers to the questions, asking who her favorite athlete is, Anthony Edwards, her philosophy on different things, how she's a role model for younger kids, even though she herself is a younger kid too, I guess. Kid's fair to say, right? They are. And, she's just an impressive young talent here. It'll be fun to watch her career take off. But if you want to read more about her and the information, just kind of getting to know her a little bit better, head to 247ballsports.media. And the throwdown, the warm-ups are complete, and Northfield is getting ready to come to bat here. Top of the first here at the MSU All Sports Dome. East and Northfield, both teams wearing white today. Both teams expected to be tough in this Big Nine conference. Of course, them and Mankato West, you think those are going to be some of the top teams for the conference. But you know what? That's why we play the season, right? It's early on here. So here comes Northfield coming to bat. It's going to be the pitcher, number 12, Graff. She comes to bat, a left-handed hitter here. And the first pitch from Stangl, she gets ready to deliver, and this season is officially underway. And Stangl's pitch, clipping that outside corner to get ahead 0-1 on Graf here. Stengel set to deliver. Defense ready for East. Second pitch, it gets away from the catcher, but no big deal. No one's on base. It was low and outside. Hitting the ground, evens the count up now at 1-1. Nobody on, nobody out. Top of the first here, East versus Northfield. Stengel's pitch. She's getting the sign. Delivers a foul ball. Ooh, off of her foot, off of Graf's foot there. Make the count 1-2 now here in the first. So Stengel pitching ahead here. Really going low and outside to the lefty Graf right here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody on, nobody out here, top of the first. And she slaps it, foul ball. Kind of a slap, half swing there, trying to use the bounce of the turf field here. Sometimes that's a big advantage for these speedy lefties here, but it was foul. Count is still 1-2. First batter of the season. Low and outside. Thought about it, but it evens the count at 2-2. Kind of a nasty pitch to try to keep her guessing. And I like how Stengel's really mixing it up, trying to get her to chase on the low and outside one. That's a tough pitch for slappers to hit. And she slaps it. It's going to be in front of the plate. Oh, are they going to let it go? Oh, the ball lands on the line. So an infield single for Graf puts a runner on first. Nobody out. Northfield's got a speedy lefty on. One of those, you call it a dome hit there, I guess I would, when it bounces high and those speedy runners can get there. You know, you think if it's on the dirt, maybe it stays a little bit, but a tough play for the catcher to get to. So just an infield hit, good, nicely placed ball. Showing bunt. Throw down to first on the pickoff. Safe. Kind of looked like the runner at first, Graf, I believe her last name is, and she got a decent lead, of course, expecting the bunt from the second batter for Northfield here. That's number 10, Menson. She's the second baseman. Pitch was high, so we got 1 ball, no strikes. Runner on 1, nobody out here. Northfield batting top of the first. Shows bunt. Yep, hit her bat twice. But she was in the box, so it will be a strike. 1-1 now. It's one of the things with the dome, and the ball sure bounces, that's for sure. So hit her bat twice. 1-1's the count. Nobody out. Runner on first. Right-handed batter here, Menson. Stengel's pitch coming now. Runner goes a second. Throw not in time. A great jump by Graf to get there to second. Pitch was high and outside, but high enough, I guess, where you'd think maybe you'd have a decent throw, but she just got a really good jump. No chance there. She is fast. Making the count 1-2 now. Runner on 2. Nobody out for East. Second batter, top of 1 here. Ground ball, foul ball, foul ball. Had a chop at it, almost a defensive swing because Stengel coming up and in on her. A really good pitch there, but she got her hands on it. Still 1-2. Now to Menson, the batter for Northfield. No score, top of 1. Northfield batting with the runner on second, nobody out. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the Raiders' number 2 batter right here. Ooh, Stengel bringing the heat. Foul ball off to down the first baseline. Almost got to watch out with the dome where it bounces off. So count's still 1-2. Bringing the heat, but Menson got just enough of it to stay alive here. And that's going to be a chopper. The shortstop grabbing it in time to get her at 1. Nice play there to get the first out for East there. But the runner does advance to third, so runner on third, 1 out now for Northfield's number 3 hitter, Ennedy. She's the right fielder. Nice play there by Stevemer for East there to get the play. It looked like it might have gone up the middle, but she got over, cut it off to get that runner out at 1. Ooh, nice rise ball by Stengel. Gets her swinging that one high and out of the zone to get ahead. 0-1 now. Number 3 hitter for Northfield. Runner on third, 1 down for the Raiders. Top of first here. Another high one. Swing and a miss by Entity to make it 0-2. Stengel firing them in there. Tough to catch up to those pitches. Oh, and she goes up again, up and out, but this time Entity was able to lay off of it, bringing the count to 1-2. One down. Still top of the first. Runner on 3 for Northfield. The score here, 1-2. The Raiders' number 3 hitter. Oh, nice. She clips the corner there. Stengel with a nasty pitch. Man, that clipped the corner low and outside, but right there on the corner to get the strikeout, looking 2 down now for East. Man, that was a tough pitch. Went right across that corner there. 2 down now for the Raiders' cleanup hitter, Horman, the third baseman. Oh, nice pitch there. Had a little curve to it, it looked like. Get ahead, 0-1. Runner on 3, 2 down for the Raiders. Nice again by Stengel. Hitting that outside corner. 0-2 now. Again, bringing the heat. A big swing by Horman. 0-2 now. 2 down. Runner on 3rd, top of 1. And she hits the hitting those corners, man, those were some nasty pitches, but she got them looking. 2 looking strikeouts. You know, right away, Northfield got that runner on with a slap kind of infield hit, got a speedy runner on, so put the pressure on East right away, but Stengel and the defense able to get out of it. A nice play by Stephen Murr, the shortstop, on that play up the middle to get the first out. And then after that, 2 looking strikeouts. No damage for Northfield here as they threatened but do not score. East now coming to bat against Northfield here in the bottom of the first.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, sounds good. Perfect. Thank you. Did it sound okay, or were you listening to it? That was a good small one. I do, yes. All city. Good. Come on. Zero. Pins in there. Yeah, 0.
And muted, huh? East coming to bat now. They're delivered by Graff, the lefty. It's a low pitch, a changeup. But Jacobs swings at it. Jacobs, a lefty here, slapper. Trying to get things started for East here in the bottom of the first. She goes low again, Graff does, but this time Jacobs lays off it. 1-1 the count now. Bottom of 1, no score. East and Northfield battling it out here. Both teams wearing these white uniforms. And Jacobs with the bunt, the third baseman grabs it. Oh, high throw. That's Jacobs to get on base. That would have been a close call. I'm not sure if we're going to call that a hit or an error because her speed might have got her there, but the high throw meant no chance. Threw it out of play, so Jacobs will be on 2, nobody out. Good start for the Cougars as the number 2 hitter, Peyton Stevenberg, comes to bat now. Runner on 2, no outs for East here, bottom of 1. Good start for the Cougars. Graf, the lefty pitcher for Northfield, floats one outside for ball one on Stevenmer. First inning here for East, bottom of one. And Graf brings the pitch. It's up, but it's in the zone, hitting the top of those letters to even the count at 1-1. Runner on two, Sydney Jacobs on second for East. Nobody out. Oh, Graf with a nice pitch. A changeup that was high. Just got the letters, so strike there. Makes it 1-2 the count now. To Stevenmer here in the bottom of first, no score. Fouls one off the handle of the bat just to stay alive there. Another high, slowed changeup from Graf, the lefty pitcher for Northfield. But Stevenmer stays alive on that one, fights it off. Lots of changeups here already from Graf early in the first. She goes high with the rise ball, but Stevenmer lays off, evens the count at 2-2. Jacobs at second for East, nobody out. She got on, well, we're going to give her a hit. Went to second on the overthrow. Oh, looked like a drop ball there from Graf. A nice pitch there. Down the middle, dropped just enough to hit the end of the zone. Looking strikeout to get one out here for Northfield. Bottom of one. Stevenmer down on strikes on a nasty pitch there. That's a tough pitch, that's for sure. Stangle now the pitcher, batting for East. Another changeup from Graf. She's thrown a lot of them, but it hits the outside corner. Stangle looked like she wanted it, but laid off, but it is a strike. One strike the count. Graf goes outside and low, misses. 1-1 the count. No score here, bottom of one. Jacobs on second for East. Nice scoop by the catcher for Northfield there. A ball in the dirt, but she was able to scoop it up to keep Jacobs at second. Stangle batting for East. Hits the outside corner. Both pitchers doing a nice job hitting the outside corner. Those are tough pitches to hit, especially power hitters like Stangle. Tough pitch. She's going to live there. 2-2 the count. She goes outside, another changeup, and Stangle goes for it. Goes down on strikes to bring two down. Jacobs still on second. A nasty pitch. You know, always tough too when you're facing a lefty pitcher. Just a different look than what you're used to. A runner on two. It's Paetzel now at plate, and Jacobs goes and she slides in safe to third. Stolen base for Jacobs. Maybe had a chance there, but late throw. Good wheels on Jacobs. So same situation as Northfield was in. Runner on third. Two down now for East. Paetzel is up for East. She swings at another changeup. That's a tough pitch because it looks so good, and then you realize it's a changeup. That's a hard pitch. Play off, and Paetzel here tall, so a big strike zone for her. Wants to get this run in for East. And a looking strike. That pitch has to look extra fast when you're coming from those changeups there, but we're scoreless after one. Both pitchers, giving up the leadoff hit and leaving them stranded there. Had some speed, put pressure on both defenses, but after one, we're scoreless. Pitchers taking control after, giving up that leadoff hit, a couple of looking strikeouts. Both pitchers very dominating in this game, having some pitches that you watch and you're like, ooh, not sure what to do with those. But, first game of the season, that's to be expected. First time seeing it. First time, have those first game jitters a little bit too. But here we are, top of second now. We're going Stangle back out there for East pitching. And Northfield coming to bat here in the top of the second between this Big Nine matchup against two powerhouses that are, showing why. They've got great pitching and good defense, and had some speed there on the bases that threaten, but still no score early on, though, obviously, here in the second. The throw down, and Northfield's coming to bat here in the second. It'll be number 23, the catcher, Broden for Northfield. She's the number 5 hitter for them. East getting ready now to come back and play some defense here in the second. At the MSU Dome, the fields at East just weren't quite ready yet. Yes, the weather is beautiful and gorgeous outside. It's too bad that it had that ice and snow still. Crazy Minnesota weather for you, though, that's for sure. Oh, Stangel's pitch tries to hit that outside corner with the curve. Another tough pitch, but it is a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Here, top of the second. No outs, no score. Stangel comes back, and she gets the ground out right to her, fields her position nicely, gets it over to first for the first out. We got 1 down. Top of the second. So now batting for Northfield is the shortstop, number 7, Holman. 1 down, nobody on. Top of the second, East versus Northfield, no score. Stangel with the pitch. Brings it in, bringing the heat, but Holman just fouls it back. So Stangel gets ahead. No balls, 1 strike. Coming back for it again. The East defense is ready. High rise ball way out of the zone, but Holman goes for it. 0-2 the count there. Rise balls, those are just tempting pitches, that's for sure. They look like they're right there, and whew. And she hits the corner again. Strike 3 looking. Man, talk about mixing it up. There you go, from way high and out to down and low. Strikeout. I don't know what you do as a hitter there. 2 down now for East. Top of the second. Brings up for Northfield the center fielder, number 2, Snyder. Interesting, you can see how fast Stangel is. She's obviously bringing the heat, so if you look at the Northfield hitters, they're choking up a little bit there just to try to catch up. Stangel gets ahead 0-1 on Snyder. Tries to go low, nice block, but it's 1-1. 2 down, top of the second, no score here at the MSU Dome. Stangel set to deliver for East. Down the middle, nice pitch, some off speed there it looks like. Snyder just getting a piece of it. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down. She's doing a great job of mixing it up, high, low, keeping the batters off balance. Another chopper, Stangel with the glove. And you know, with all that ice and snow, just not quite ready. Hopefully soon, though. But I bet if you ask these players, they probably won't care. They just want to play ball. After a long winter. But East will be coming to bat here in the bottom of the second. No score between East and Northfield. Bottom of 2. Cougars. All right, here comes Hawker for East now. Bottom of 2. She's the left fielder. 5th batter for East. Here we go, bottom of 2. The lefty Graff for Northfield is set to deliver. Bringing the heat right away. Hawker with a good hack at it, but it goes foul off the dome wall. So that was interesting. playing with a softball in a dome. You're like, well, it's meant to be played outside, but Graf hits that outside corner again. The lefty, that's a tough pitch again because, you know, you're not used to seeing lefty pitchers. And then it hits that outside corner, just clipping it enough to cross the plate enough for a strike. So 0-2 now to Hawker. Nobody on, nobody out. Bottom of 2. Change up, but nice job by Hawker to foul that off. She had to lean for it. She's a right-handed batter, but the pitch was coming low and outside. Out of the zone, but she did a great job of fouling that off, especially with the changeup. Those are tough pitches. That's what you got to do with them, foul them off. Graf goes high with this one. Hawker again getting just enough of it. Just enough to foul it off to stay alive again. And there too, Graf kind of doing what Stengel was doing, mixing it up, going high-low. Some off speed. And she brings the heat to get Hawker. I can only imagine what that's like for the batters to go from seeing those change-ups that are nice and slow and tempting, and then all of a sudden she brings the heat. Tough to adjust. It's going to be the name of this game with 2 dominating pitchers. Which team can adjust? Now Wendinger is batting. Second baseman for East. 1 out. She takes a good cut at it too. You know, that's one thing I really like about these East hitters right now. They are aggressive. They are not watching the pitches. They want to hit the ball. You can see them. And there's a take by Wendinger, but at the same time, that's an outside pitch. Those are tough pitches. So you got to go with them. Got to go to opposite field with it, and it's just clipping the corner enough. Oh, she comes in. That one had some spin on it. Curveball there coming in on Wendinger. Tough pitch to lay off, but she does it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out, no score. Bottom of 2. Oh, nasty pitch again. Like a drop changeup. Wendinger swings, going down swinging, but you know what? I like that. I like the aggressiveness of the hitters. I like that they're going after it. They want to hit. They want to go, and you know what? As a coach, you can't be bummed about that. You want your hitters to be aggressive. You want them to go for it. Watching one, you know, Graf here, the pitcher for Northfield, doing a really great job of living on the corner, especially to these right-handed hitters for East. Left-handed pitcher against the right-handed batters and living on that outside corner. Showing bunt. That's a good bunt. It's got to be quick. Throw in. Third baseman for Northfield there to get Suave. She had some speed, and again, using that dome turf. You never know what the bounces are going to be, but a nice, accurate, hard throw. That's what it took to get Suave because she was fast. Nice placement of that bunt to try to get on base, but alas, she is thrown out by a step. So we're through 2 here at the MSU Dome. No score between East and Northfield, so top of 3rd coming up here. So good game here. Fun to watch these 2 pitchers because they both, you know, one a righty, one a lefty. One living on the changeup, but they're both living on the outside corner. Making it tough for the hitters to adjust, making it tough for them to hit. We've got a lot of bouncing infield hits, and that's, you know, that's part of the Dome. That's, you know, part of playing it, adjusting to your circumstances, adjusting to where you've been. So interesting to see who will punch their way through first. Got to make some adjustments with 2 really good pitchers. Really good right now. So Stengel out to pitch for East here in the 3rd. And she continues, just allowing the leadoff batter on, but that's been it for Northfield so far. But Northfield will come to bat here in the top of the 3rd. They'll send the number 8 hitter, the first baseman, Triplet. That's a great softball name, right? She's got to hit a lot of triples. No. She's the number 8 hitter for Northfield here in the top of the 3rd. Still no score. East on defense right now. Stengel pitching. And she gets set to deliver high, and Triplet lays off the rise ball. That's a tempting pitch, especially, you know, for the tall girls. And Triplet's very tall, so that rise balls are definitely tempting there. She goes after that one, but way behind that one. Stengel bringing the heat, kind of a jam shot inside. Triplet just getting a piece of it, but late, so it falls off to even the count, 1-1. Nobody on, nobody out. She's going high again. Laid off of it. Just a little high. 2-1 the count. Top of the third here. Stengel gets the sign. She delivers, and chopper to her again. And Stengel fields her position for the third time, third put out there to get the first out of the third. And that'll bring up the Raiders' number 9 hitter, Nauman. She's the left fielder. One down, top of the third. Scoreless between East and Northfield. Both teams wearing the white uniforms. Even have similar colors, kind of, if you look at it. It's tough to tell. And lo and behold, what is it again? Another comebacker to Stengel. She definitely knows how to field her position. 2 down, 2 putouts. So that brings up 2 down, but we're back to the top of the order for Northfield, and it's the pitcher, Graf, number 12. The lefty, she got on last time, first time up in the first. Perfect slap hit. Trying to change up inside, but a little bit too inside. 1-0 the count now. To the Raiders' leadoff hitter. The only one who's been on base for Northfield this game so far. Stengel goes low and outside, hits the corner. Another tough pitch against a lefty, so she's got to go down and out. Evens the count, 1-1. See if she tries another slap hit like she did last time around. Head of the changeup there. Head of the changeup. Swinging. But Stengel's ahead. Now 1-2. 2 down. Top of the third. Still no score. Leadoff hitter up for Northfield here in the third. She lays off. The lefty slapper lays off the high one. She kind of has her hands going up the bat. You weren't really sure if she was going to try a bunt with 2 strikes, risky, but you know she's a leadoff hitter and it was successful. And with 2 outs, you kind of want to try anything. She chokes up, but still behind it. And there we go. Raiders are down in the third. So here we go. Bottom of third. East coming to bat. Scoreless here at the MSU Dome. Man, definitely a pitcher's duel. And I'm just so impressed. Both of these pitchers doing a great job at painting the corner, mixing it up again. I keep saying that because that makes it so tough for the hitters. You have no idea where the ball's going. Stengel using the rise ball, but doing a good job of throwing it out of the zone enough to get them to hesitate and guess. And because she is bringing the heat, making them second guess even more, being able, to let her throw it right by those hitters. So it'll be interesting the second time around how the hitters do. Now that they've seen the pitchers, each lineup here, how they know what to expect, kind of see, how Graf is kind of living off the changeup there a little bit. But it's a tough pitch, so because she's throwing it for strikes too. You think a lot of times when you're 0-2, you throw maybe some junk or throw something out of the zone to throw the hitters off, but they're coming right there with some strikes. It's a good combination of looking strikeouts and swinging strikeouts. These hitters, they want to hit. So East will be batting here, bottom of third, no score. Will be the right fielder, number 9 hitter. All right, got some clarification there. Sorry about that. I got ahead of myself. So it is 12. Should know how to pronounce that, right? She is the number 8 hitter for East here, bottom of third. So first time she sees Graf. Oh, and a nice sliding catch by the first baseman for Northfield to get that. Looked like it was a slow kind of pop-up, but it didn't get very high. She had to slide to catch that. And 1 pitch, 1 out. Now we have Beatty hitting for East, the number 9 hitter, the right fielder. She's lefty. Lays off the high rise ball, high and outside. She's watching it. 1 down, bottom of third, no score. East versus Northfield. Big cut. Nasty pitch there again. Had some curve to it, curving to outside, lefty on lefty there. Going away from Beatty. There too. And they're saying she went for the bunt offering. Pitch out of the zone, but aggressive again. As you've seen that ball drop to the ground. But you know, when you're a slapper and trying to bunt it, hard to stop when you're in motion there. She goes low again, but this time misses. Beatty able to stay off of it, staying alive. Good matchup again here. East number 9 hitter. 1 down, bottom of third, no score. Both teams just trying to get some base runners on. Graff goes low again. Beatty lays off. This one was in the dirt, so bringing up a full count with 2 down. 2 down, but a chance here for East with a full count on Beatty. Good at bat here. And inside, hits the corner for a looking strikeout. To have 2 down, bottom of the third. So we're back to the top with Jacobs, leadoff hitter. Again, she got on a infield hit back in the first and went to second on the overthrow. So that set up East with a runner on 2 with nobody out, but unfortunately they were not able to get her across. See if they can start a rally here with 2 down. Now there's 2. Oh, nasty changeup there. High changeup, and on a slapper, that's hard to adjust. And she goes for the outside one, going down swinging. And so nothing doing for East there in the third. We're through 3, and we're scoreless between East and Northfield here in this Big 9 softball matchup, a pitcher's duel. That's for sure. Lots of strikeouts between both pitchers. Hitters are being aggressive. They're going after it, but can't connect, can't get a rally going for either team. But this will be interesting now. Everybody's seen the starting pitchers at least once, so maybe second time through the lineup will be better luck for the hitters. We'll see here, but going to the top of the 4th, Stengel back out to pitch for East. And again, she only allowed that first, the leadoff hitter, both teams, the leadoff hitter on kind of a swinging slap hit. Right away, the first hitter of the game, but she was able to get a couple of strikeouts and didn't let that runner score, so we are still scoreless going into the 4th. And Northfield now will be on their second time around seeing Stengel. It's going to be the number 2 hitter, the second baseman, Menson, coming to the plate for Northfield here in the 4th. She'll lead it off. See if they change anything up. Do they go small ball? Do they just keep swinging away? It'll be interesting strategy to see what happens here second time around. Trying to create something here in the 4th. Stengel goes high. Tough pitch to lay off, but she did. 1 ball, no strikes. It's a good rise ball. That wasn't quite as high as some of the other ones. A tough one to lay off. Oh, and there's a base hit up the middle, a line shot. You probably could hear that, the sound of the ball off that bat. To me, it sounds always like the bat's breaking when you hear that sometimes with some of the material on these bats, but hard hit on a tough pitch there because it was down low. But Menson went and got it. Choose the number 2 hitter, so leadoff hitter on for Northfield here in the 4th. Brings up the number 3 batter, Ennedy, the right fielder. And to see if Menson will steal or a bunt, usually you think in this situation. And Stengel does a good job getting ahead. Throwing it high, you know, that's the strategy you usually think of if in a bunt situation, want to throw it high, hoping to get her to pop it up. for a bunter, so perfect situation there to get ahead. 1 strike for Stengel. Runner on 1 for Northfield, nobody out. Foul ball on the bunt there. Entity 0-2. Tough position now with 2 strikes. Interesting to see. She's a number 3 hitter. You have her bunt with 2 strikes. Try to create something, or you trust her to try to get the bat around as your number 3 hitter. Nice pitch again by Stengel, going low and outside, but Northfield hitter Entity able to fight it off. Kind of almost went down golfing for it, just to foul it off. Runner on 1 for Northfield, nobody out. Top of 4, scoreless game. Ground ball, you're going to get through. A nice stop by the shortstop. By East, that was a tough play right in between third and short. Slow enough where you can't really cut it off to get the lead at second. Knocked it down, but an infield hit brings up runners on first and second. Nobody out for Northfield here. Horman's going to be hitting, the third baseman for Northfield. She's the number 4 hitter. And she shows bunt, but fouls it back. It's always interesting to me in softball. You know, bunting seems to be a lot more common than what you would see in baseball. But always interesting when you have your 3 and 4 hitters show bunt too, because normally you think, okay, they're the ones you want to get your RBIs. They can hit for power, but when you're against a tough pitcher like Stengel, you got to do what you can. Hold it back, but a nice, again, those rise balls, you want to throw those. Most pitchers, most coaches will tell you to do that in a bunting situation because, again, you want her to pop it up, especially with nobody out. Nobody out, runners on first and second here in the 4th. Northfield batting. She bunts it, pushes it down the first baseline. First baseman alertly for East just picks it up and lets her run into it. Doesn't want to take the chance or risk a throw, so smart decision there. But Horman does her job advancing the runners. So second and third, 1 down for Northfield here. So tough. Be a good challenge for the East defense here on this young season. They are experienced, East, though. They bring back a lot of returners, a lot of people with varsity experience. So no stranger to them in this situation. Now ground ball to second. She goes home to throw to the plate. Not in time. No slide. Catcher held the ball. I don't know if she thought it was a force or maybe just knew she was going to be safe. But Northfield takes the 1-0 lead. Tough play to second because you get those bounces in the dome. So you're like, what do? Do you go to first for the sure out or you go home like she chose to? But runner was there. No slide into home, which is interesting, but tough to do in the dome. So runners on first and third, 1 down. Northfield takes the 1-0 lead here in the 4th. Northfield still has a couple of runners on. Ball 1 to Northfield now. Runners on the corners, 1 down. Holman is the hitter. Runner goes, throw back to the pitcher, and East just lets her take second. They're not going to risk it in a close game. So now Northfield has runners on second and third, 1 down. Holman the batter. She's the number 6 hitter for Northfield. 1 down. Northfield up 1-0. Nice pitch by Stengel. She hits that corner. Really could use a strikeout here. Just never know with the dome, with the bounces it takes or the speed. Northfield's got some speedy runners, but and there's a nice low pitch that gets the Northfield swinger swinging at that 2 down. Huge out. Nasty pitch there. Huge out, though, for East. 2 down. Runners on second and third for Northfield. Brings up the center fielder, Snyder. She's choking up because she knows Stengel's bringing the heat. And is that going to drop fair? Foul ball. She goes down the right field line. Looked like it was pretty close there. but a good break for East. And that ball went foul. It landed kind of in no man's land, right between the second baseman and right fielder down that first base line. No chance for any East defender to get it. Stangel's pitch not missing by much. Low and outside, trying to get her to bite on that outside pitch. 1-1 the count. 2 down, 2 on. Runners on second and third. Northfield leading 1-0 here in the fourth. Oh, a nice pitch by Stangel going in. Jamming her. Had no chance on that, but it clips that inside corner now. Haven't seen a ton of that, but that was a good pitch. Speed and the inside corner, making it tough to hit that. Chopper, is it going to stay fair? Stangel fields it, hurried up the throw, and she gets her in time. East to get out of that could have been a lot worse, but Northfield does take the lead 1-0. We're going to go to the bottom of the fourth. Couple of bouncing hits. It started off with a hard single up the middle. After that, Northfield using a little bit of small ball, a couple of stolen bases, a bunt down the line to advance the runners, and then a chopper to second that it wasn't hit hard enough where you could automatically go home. A tough decision there for the second baseman to make. Throws it home, but just off by just a second there allows Northfield to take the 1-0 lead. Because there too, that situation, you got a scoreless game, so of course you don't want to give up the run. But the ball was slow enough where you're like, it's not a guarantee when you're playing second. That's a long throw to make. So, tough decision there. But Northfield takes the 1-0 lead. East coming to bat here in the fourth, so still a lot of game left. Seems a combination of small ball and using the dome for bounces, leading to Northfield's run. But East ready. Here they are ready to go, bottom of 4. We'll see what they do now, their second time around. Seeing Graff, the Northfield pitcher, the lefty, who's been doing a great job living with those change-ups. But East bringing their number 2 hitter, Stevenmer, up to the plate. Shortstop. She's got a couple of nice defensive plays here tonight. See if she can get the leadoff runner on for East. And she looks at a tough pitch, taken for ball 1. Those corner pitches, both pitchers for East and Northfield doing a good job living on that corner, making it really difficult for the hitters. And Stevenmer drops one in front of center field. And just like that, East has their leadoff hitter on. Bottom of 4, Northfield leading 1-0, but East's rally starting right here. Stevenmer on first, nobody out, and Stangel, the number 3 hitter, the pitcher, she's up to bat. So we'll see. And a pass ball is going to allow Stevenmer to walk into second. A runner on 2, nobody out for East. One ball to Stangel. Nasty changeup. Stangel wanted that one. That was a slow changeup. Evens the count at 1-1. There it is. Is the shortstop going to get it? She bobbles it. Keeps it in front of her, though, to keep Stevenmer on second base. A hard hit to short. Shortstop can't quite handle it, but again, tough play because of that bounce. But what she does, though, she keeps it in front of her. So now first and second, nobody out for East. And Paetzel's up to bat now, and she's going to show bunt. Fouls it back. Good idea. You're seeing both coaches here trying to go small ball, even with the heart of your lineup up, just to get something going. Nobody out. First and second for East, trailing 1-0 here in the fourth. Showing bunt again, and a nice bunt right to the pitcher. Throws it to first to get the out, but a sacrifice bunt. A nice job by Paetzel. That's huge to get your bunts down. Absolutely huge. Because now East has runners on second and third, 1 down. And now Hawker's going to be up. Second and third. And another changeup. That changeup is just nasty. It's coming right down the middle, so they're definitely strikes. But the East hitter's just needing to adjust. So here comes the squeeze. The pitcher gets the ball, throws it too hard to the catcher. One runs in. Here comes the second run for East. The ball still... Oh, but an injury. Ouch. Beautifully executed squeeze. It's Stevenmer. Looked like something happened to her at the plate, but she gets up on her own efforts, walks back to the dugout. She scores. 2 runs score for East. East now takes the lead 2-1. Still 1 out, but now a runner on second for East. And this brings up Wenninger. Outside, ball 1. So a squeeze play right to the pitcher. She would have had time, but she rushed the throw. Threw it too hard past the catcher. That allowed the second run to come in and score, and to allow Hawker to get to second. So East leading now 2-1. Catcher running out. Nobody covering second, though. She wanted to try to pick her off. Hawker getting a good jump at second. Nobody covering, and Wenninger showing bunt again with only 1 down, and East taking the 2-1 lead. See, the small ball is working. See if it continues. Big swing. Another pitch where it looks like you can watch where the pitch is coming. It looks like it's coming right down the middle, and that one had to, I guess, would be a drop ball because the way it looked like it was coming right there and then dropped right off. Tough pitch. Show bunt again, but another wild pitch. Gets past the catcher. Allows Hawker to go to third, so East another chance. Only 1 down. And the catcher calling time, trying to calm down the Raiders pitchers, kind of losing a little bit of control, which is tough with the small ball happening. The play is a good, close game, intense game against 2 very talented teams where it is going to be a game of inches, and so far that's what it is. The difference here, teams getting their bunts down, getting their squeezes down. Coach Madsen for East trying to make something happen, and it did. Back out. Perfectly executed squeeze to get 1, and then the pitcher overthrowing the catcher, throwing it too hard, so it gets by. That allows the second run to score, and East not done yet with only 1 out. Wenninger with a chance here. She's the number 6 hitter for East. 1 down, bottom of 4. Showing bunt, and she'll take the walk. So another runner on for East. East leading 2-1, bottom of 4. Northfield took the 1-0 lead in the 4th, but East answering right back and then some. 2-1, East leading in the 4th, still not done. Runners on the corners with 1 out. Showing bunt, a nice bunt up the first base line. The pitcher fielding it. They're calling her safe. Tough play on a left-handed fielder to get there. Courtesy runner now for the catcher. That was Destiny Reesner laying down the beautiful bunt. East to take the 3-1 lead now. Runners on first and second. She beat that out. Beautiful bunt down the first baseline, and what made that so tough, the pitcher left-handed, so she had to field it and turn around, and that allowed Destiny to get to first safely. So runners on first and second. 1 down for East, leading 3-1 now, bottom of 4. Big inning for East right now, using that small ball, those bunts, the squeeze, and we're doing it again. Bunting it to the pitcher again. This time she takes her time. She sets and throws to get Swalve out. And that's 2 outs, but East still runners in scoring position now for Beatty, the number 9 hitter. 2 down, runners on first and second. East leading 3-1 in the 4th. Huge at bat here for the number 9 hitter. East doing a good job putting the pressure on. Graf's pitch for Northfield going high and out. Don't want to walk the number 9 hitter with Jacobs up next. East already leading 3-1. Good response by East. Now right away, Northfield scores. East coming back with 3 of their own. Good cut on another drop ball. 1-1 the count now to Beatty. East has runners on 2nd and 3rd. 2 down, 3 runs already in here in the 4th. They lead 3-1 over Northfield. All of the runs scored in the 4th for both teams. And there's a shot to right field, but right to the right fielder. Take the 3-1 lead, doing it with the small ball. Good running, good bunting, good execution, taking some walks, so nice job by East there to take the 3-1 lead. A squeeze, that's always a fun play to see. Not very often you get 2 runs on a squeeze either, so good job. Heads up base running by East. Gutsy call by Coach Madsen to try the squeeze. But it pays off as East takes the 3-1 lead, and we're going to be in the top of the 5th here already. This game moving right along with both pitchers dominating again. So we'll see with Stengel coming out to pitch. She's got her first lead of the season. See how the East defense responds now. They can shut him down here in the 5th. Have to be pretty pumped for that inning with all the entire lineup contributing there in one way or another. Whether it's helping to move the runners, sacrifice bunts, key bunts in key positions, good heads-up base running. So here for Northfield in the 5th, it's going to be the number 8 hitter, the first baseman triplet here in the 5th. Stengel's pitch, high. She doesn't bite, but again, triplet, a tall hitter, so I like the idea of going high on her and trying to get her to chase the rise bomb. 1-0 count, top of the 5th. Stengel then going in. Good cut by triplet, fouls it off to even the count at 1-1. We're here in the 5th inning already. 3-1 East lead. Going low. Is that right? I think they like to call that like a good waist. It's there. Mixing it up enough. Going low, high. Keeping the hitters guessing. And she comes right back at her. And triplet behind that one. Falls it off. 2-2 the count. Foul balls just pop off because Stengel's speed. You don't have to make much contact and it's going to go. 2-2 the count. Nobody on, nobody out. He goes in. Oh, and that's going to right off the glove of the first baseman to go down the line just fair. And the leadoff hitter is on for Northfield here in the 5th. So runner on 1, nobody out. It's the number 9 hitter for Northfield. The score is 3-1 East, top of the 5th inning. So after nothing really going in the first couple innings here, the 4th and the 5th have some action here. See how the East defense responds. They have a 2-run lead. It's only the 5th. Or already the 5th, however you want to look at it. Nice drop ball. But it's going to miss. Nauman not biting on it. Didn't show signs of bunting with with Northfield being down 2. You might not see it, but yet she's a number 9 hitter, so we'll see what they bring. And with Northfield not having much luck against Stengel, if my calculations are correct, that hit there by triplet might have been the 2nd hit, maybe 3rd, depending on how you mark a couple of them because of the bounces. I like to call them the dome bounces that pop up here, shallow outfield, running for it. Oh, and the center fielder just misses it. So because the runner on 1 had to wait to see if East was going to catch it, kind of lost it in the lights. That's a tough play, though, because it wasn't so high. It wasn't a line drive, but it wasn't high enough where you had time to go after it. And it kind of dropped in no man's land because the center fielder ran over almost like right in between right and center, so a perfectly placed pop fly. So Northfield now has something cooking. First and second, nobody out. And they're back to the top of their order, the pitcher. Graf is up. Nobody out. East leading 3-1. It's the 5th inning. So a good challenge for this East defense now to see. They have a 2-run lead. Nice changeup, but low. Graf stays off. They're at the top of their order now, Northfield is. Trailing 3-1 to East. Nobody out, but they have runners on first and second, the Raiders do. Hits the outside corner for the strike. 1-1 the count now. See how the East defense responds with a little pressure on with nobody out, but they have that 2-run lead. Oh, nice changeup. I don't know if that was really a changeup though, but it was off speed. It was nasty, that's what it was. Came inside on her. Enough to throw her off, 1 ball, 2 strikes. She tries to chop one down the line. Goes foul though. The lefty slapper, you know, thinking, again, playing the dome, playing the turf, if you get a high enough bounce with that speed. But there's 2 strikes. 2 strikes, runners on first and second. So the Raiders leadoff hitter, Stengel gets set, gets the sign from Reisner. Chops at it again, but fouls it back. Still nobody out, but East is leading 3-1, 5th inning. Really good ball game here. Got 2 really dominating pitchers. Saw a little bit of small ball to get some action going. See what she brings after her now. A tough out. Oh. So a chopper to the third baseman. Wasn't aware that they had runners on first and second, so could have stepped on 3, but she gets the out at 1. So now we got 1 down, runners on second and third. You know, tough game. Especially when it's a tough grounder like that. Coach Madsen taking a timeout, probably just wanting to make sure his defense knows what's going on. Because now the tying runs at second with 1 out. Second and third for Northfield. 1 out. Because even though she didn't step on third like she could have, because there was runners on first and second, a ground ball. She threw to first, got the out. But that means you got runners on second and third. The number 2 hitter up for Northfield. So Coach Madsen just going over defense scenarios, situations with his team so they know what's going on. Know what to do when the play goes to them. As Graf hit it hard enough to the third baseman where she could have maybe had some time to step on third, but I think the saying they say, when in doubt, you get the out. So she did, so East at least got an out of it. But now it takes away the force. 1 down, top of 5. Runners on second and third. The number 2 hitter for Northfield up in Menson, the second baseman. You have to wonder, will they take a copy out of Coach Madsen's book and try a squeeze here or a bunt with your number 2 hitter? They let her swing away? Who knows? What? Interesting to see here. Doesn't show any signs of bunting. Big lead at second for the Northfield runner, but of course you got the lead runner at third. Small lead, so you don't want to get picked off. Huge to get a strikeout here for Stengel. She goes high. Not giving her anything good. And, you know, scenarios like this, sometimes, like, okay, don't give her anything to hit. If you do load the bases, you don't like to put the pressure on the pitcher, especially with the number 3 hitter up, but then you do have the force. Going high again, trying to get her to chase. 3-0 the count. Thank you. Okay, so that was an intentional walk then with 3 balls. They just said, nope, we're going to put her on first. So bases loaded, 1 out. Nice pitch down the middle to get ahead. Huge to get ahead here. East is still leading 3-1, but Northfield, bases loaded, 1 out with the number 3 hitter up, Entity, the right fielder. Tough spot for East. Now, second baseman playing in, she throws, nice play. Made sure of it, got the force at home. Heads up play, she was playing in, made the right decision to get the force, and now 2 down. Base is still loaded. But now it's the Raiders cleanup hitter in Horman. Big spot here. East defense. They're leading 3-1, 2 outs, top of 5. Base is loaded for Northfield. Nice pitch by Stangl to get ahead. Little off speed. Looked like a drop ball maybe. Huge spot here. Defenders can play back now since there's 2 outs. They don't have to play in. I like the idea going outside, but just a little bit outside. Doesn't get an Entity to chase to even the count. 1-1. 2 down again. Top of 5. 3-1 East. Big spot here. Base is full of Raiders. High rise ball. 2-1 now the count. You know, early in the game, the Raiders were definitely fishing at the rise ball. Now, a little bit more discipline. Rise balls are always tough pitches to lay off of because they look so good, especially when you want to be the one to get the hit. And look at that. Comes right back with the heat to even it out, and Stangl is 1 pitch away from pitching out of this. 2-2, base is loaded. 3-1 East lead, top of 5. Big pitch here. And she does it. She corner, what a pitch. What an inning to get out of that. No runs. Northfield looking like they were threatening to score. Stangl and the East defense gets out of it. East still leading 3-1, bottom of 5. Northfield leaves them loaded. So looking like East might have had a unlucky break there by choosing to go to first instead of third, but hey, they get out of it. They knew what they were doing. They went, they got the sure out. Stangl able to paint the corner, gets her looking on just a gorgeous pitch there. Clipping that corner, sends Northfield down, ends the threat. East maintains the 3-1 lead, going to the bottom of the 5th, and East now with the chance to add to that lead. Graf still coming out to pitch for Northfield, the lefty, here in the 5th. She's been using that changeup to keep the East hitters off track for a little bit, but they still have 3 runs. East with the lead. Impressive outing there, putting the pressure on the East defense, and they got out of that. Game of inches there, and that's half an inch of painting that corner on that last pitch by Stangl. Did the job. Caught the Northfield hitter looking strikeout to end the threat with bases loaded. And so East now looking to maybe, cash in, add a little bit more to their lead. So it's going to be back to the top of the order for East. Their leadoff hitter, Jacobs. She again started the game off right away with a hit. It was stranded. The lefty slapper. Cougars top hitter last year average-wise. Shows bunt but pulls it back on the changeup. But it is called a strike because it hits the outside corner. Lefty on lefty matchup. 1 strike. We're in the bottom of the 5th already. Graf tries to go outside corner again, this time missing to even the count at 1-1. Jacobs again the leadoff hitter for East. A lefty slapper. Shows bunt. Perfectly placed. Has to be quick throw. And they get her by a step. Again, I like the idea. Normally you don't think of bunting to the pitcher, but I like it because she's a lefty, so she has to turn around. It gives you an extra step as a bunter, a slapper, to do that. And in the dome, you get the bounce. So good idea, just a little bit too hard. Gets her by about a step. A close play at 1, that's for sure. So now 1 down, bottom of 5th. East leading 3-1. Brings up Stevenmer. She got things going for East. And they scored their 3 runs. And see if she can do it again. She's the number 2 hitter. Ball in the dirt, trying to get her to chase, but not going to do it. The East hitter's disciplined here. Not chasing after the junk. 1 down, bottom of 5. East leading 3-1. 2 balls, no strikes. And Graff hits the corner there, that low outside corner. Both pitchers living there. And I can see why. It's a nasty pitch as a hitter. You don't want it, but it's been called a strike all night, so they're going to have to go for it. Ooh. Nice job by Stevenmer to lay off that high one. That's a tough pitch to lay off. 3-1 the count now. 1 down, bottom of 5. Stevenmer to bat for East. And she lays off the high one again. A good job. I really liked her watching it, tracking that ball with her eyes. You could see her watch it back to the catcher's glove, making sure she stays disciplined, doesn't bite on that high one out of the zone. All right, so we got pitcher versus pitcher matchup right here. Big swing, big cut by Stengel there. She wanted that one. It was a good pitch. But again, Graff doing a good job of just keeping the East hitters off balance enough, changing speeds. That's been the difference for her. She swings. I don't know if it was she kind of looks like maybe it was a missed sign that maybe the runner was supposed to steal. I don't know. She kind of looked because she swung at one that was out of the zone. But she's a good hitter with 2 strikes. There's a shot. And that's going to go. That's going to be the first extra base hit. And Madsen's going to send her home. And East takes the 4-1 lead on Stengel's triple. And this game, it surprises you all the time because it didn't even look like she swung all the way through and got an amazing hit off of it. So crazy, right? You swing hard and don't hit it. Kind of felt like a half swing and lands right in right center, just enough to get by, and good for a triple and an RBI for East to take the 4-1 lead, bottom of 5. Nice job after thinking, okay, down in the count, but puts the bat. And here we go. It looks like, maybe is Northfield going to switch pitchers maybe? They are. 22 is coming into pitch for Northfield now. Let's take a look at the notes and see who that is. So it's Riley Blandon. 22 for 11 now. Pitching change. Riley Blandon now, a senior pitching for Northfield. Here in the 5th. So we're bottom of 5. 1 out. East has a runner on 3rd. Stengel just hit in Stevenmer to give East the 4-1 lead here in the bottom of the 5th. And we've got this pitching change. So East now showing big hit there, the biggest hit of the night in terms of power, in terms of an RBI, in terms of solid contact. But again, just shows the power that Stengel has. Didn't even feel like a full swing, and she got a triple out of it. Like, that's pretty awesome, because when you're down with 2 strikes in the count, you kind of feel like you have a half or a check swing, and look at that. It works, though, right? That's all that matters. So Paetzel comes in to hit for East now, and she takes a big cut at it. No balls, 1 strike, 1 down, bottom of the 5th. East leading 4-1. Bottom of 5. And it's Paetzel, number 4 hitter for East. And there's a soft one. The second baseman's going to field it, get the out, but the run will score. So good hitting there to go opposite to the right field side. RBI for Paetzel. Make it 5-1 East in the 5th. Good situational hitting there is what you call that. Putting the ball in play and good things will happen. Second baseman for Northfield, no chance of getting Stengel out at home, so good RBI for Paetzel. Ocker up now for East. 2 down, nobody on. East leading 5-1, bottom of 5. Bringing the heat now is Brandon, the pitcher, for Northfield now after the pitching change. She's a righty. Graf, the pitcher before her, a lefty. So East, will need maybe an inning or two to see what she has to bring. That was a good rise ball to get her. And that's 3 down. So end of 5. East extending their lead 5-1. East leading 5-1 now as we head to the 6th. Nice job hitting there, situational hitting, clutch hitting, get the runs in, and that's what you need to do. East heating up there. After scoring their first couple of runs on the small ball with the squeeze and some bunts, they're showing the power. A triple by Stengel to score Stevenmer. Paetzel getting the ground ball out RBI. Get the 2 runs. That's how you do it. Good team hitting again by East. Everyone up and down the lineup doing their jobs with the sacrificing the bunts and then getting the clutch hits with runners in scoring position in here late. Little power. Huge, though, to get those runners in. Nice to get a little lead here heading to the 6th, so East is 6 outs away from winning this game. And now a defensive change for East. Tegan Richards at third. Glad I have some people here telling me and showing me what to do. I try to pay attention, but, first game of the season, right? And numbers, and like, wait, who are you? And they all look the same, with their ponytails? No, not all of them. But kind of fun. Thank you for watching or listening along here at 24/7 Ball Sports. Fun to bring this game to you. Fun that the softball season is kicking off. Even though we're inside, we'll take it, right? It's better than not playing. And with the weather outside, I think we're all ready to get outside, but, the field just still a little too hard from all the ice and snow because, we just got a little bit of snow this winter, didn't we? Not too much here, but we're just thankful to have this dome. You think a few years back we wouldn't have had this opportunity, so fun to still get to play some softball here in early April. Stengel out again to pitch for the Cougars here in the 8th. Here we go. We'll see what they do now, how Northfield can respond. Down now 5-1. East leading in the 6th. Fouls it back late on that one. Stengel again going high and outside. Nobody on, nobody out. Top of 6. 1 ball, 1 strike here. Top of the 6th inning. High out of the zone. It's Broden batting for Northfield. She's the catcher. Number 5 hitter for them. So 5, 6, 7 to the plate. Stengel again trying to get her to chase the high ones. She's not biting. Again, you think that's a good strategy with the middle of the order. Usually think they're the ones that might bite on the rise ball there. And there's a chopper to short. Nice throw over to first to get the first out there. Good defense there. I always say that, especially in the dome, because you practice the bounces, sometimes you never know. Now we've got another pinch hitter for Northfield is number 8. Mosley is hitting. Good cut, but she misses. So Stengel gets ahead on her. No balls and 1 strike. 1 down, top of the 6th. East leading 5-1. Mosley batting for Holman. 1-1 the count now. East still leading 5-1 in the 6th. And she gets her to chase the high one. That rise ball is nasty. You hear the sound of the snap in the glove is pitcher's favorite sound, right? Hear it hit that glove. Oh, look at that changeup. Couldn't lay off of it. Nasty pitch going from high and up to down and low and slow. 2 down. What a pitch by Stengel. East now 2 down. Top of the 6th. 2 down for East. Stengel going high again. This now is Snyder, the batter for Northfield. She's the center fielder. Number 7 hitter. And she comes in on that one. Nice inside pitch. You know, I've been talking about how the pitchers have really been living on the outside corner, but nice to every once in a while you see them mix it in and come inside. And those are just tough pitches because you're like, are they going to hit you? But no, they hit. Defensive swing there by Snyder. Fouling it off. Angle again, nobody on for Northfield. We're in the top of the 6th. East leading 5-1. She goes low. She lays off of it though. Bringing the count to 2-2. Number 7 hitter Snyder, the center fielder for Northfield. She chops one. Stengel fielding her position again. Has to come up the line. The 3rd out. And that'll be it for the Raiders here in the 6th. East with another chance to add on to their lead. They lead 5-1 as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning here at the MSU Dome. Bottom of the 6th, again, a big 9 matchup here between East and Northfield. Started off, neither team really scoring or getting anybody on. 4th inning, both teams strike. Northfield with the 1-0 lead, but East responded back right away. Squeeze that was able to score 2 runs, and they added onto that lead. Then in the 5th inning, they get a big 2 runs there. Some situational hitting, a triple by Stengel. It brings in a run, and that made it 5-1, and that's where we're at right now in the bottom of the 6th. East with another chance. So this is the 2nd pitcher we've seen now for Northfield. Graff was the starter, and they chased her out after scoring 5 runs off of her. And so we've got number 22, Blandon, the pitcher now for Northfield. She pitched the end of the last inning. As East comes to bat here in the bottom of the 6th, leading 5-1 here at the MSU Dome. So we've got the number 6 hitter up for East, Wenninger. She comes to the plate, her first time now seeing Brandon. And she chops one over the second baseman's head to the right fielder, and a leadoff single for Wenninger. Nice piece of hitting there. That was like when you go after it, attack it right away, right on that first pitch. She saw it, she liked it, she jumped on it. Solid hit to the outfield there. East again, runner on 1, nobody out, bottom of 6. That brings up Reisner, the catcher. Have to wonder, are they going to do some small ball, or who knows? That's the nice thing about this East team. They've been able to do it both ways, small ball and situational hitting. Hits it and it hits the top of the dome, so it's a foul ball. It's interesting with the lights. I'm trying to track it and trying to find it, and it's a little tough with the lights. And then you could hear it though. You could hear it hit the top of the dome. So foul ball. I like to think that's a break for the hitter most of the time. Then play like that would potentially be an out. So let's see if East can take advantage. Another high one. Automatic foul ball there. So 2 strikes after 2 pop-ups. Again, I am so impressed with how this East team attacking the pitches, going after it. You can tell they just want to hit. And that's huge. They go up there with that confidence. They go up there wanting to hit it. Even that one. She wanted it, but laid off it after she saw it was a ball. I like that approach, especially when you've got these pitchers that are bringing the heat. A little fast, you got to be ready to hit it. You got to be aggressive, and they are. I'm really impressed with that, how aggressive they are. They're not watching too many good pitches go by. All right, look at that. Oh, line shot, but it's going to hook foul. Solid contact, solid line drive. So Reisner's up to bat. I like it, too. You call these good at-bats where you're swinging away, getting some good cuts in. seeing some different pitches, adjusting, staying alive with 2 strikes. But East does have a runner on 1. It's the bottom of the 6th. East leading 5-1. And the changeup, she hits it. A tough play for the pitcher. Fires it, but look at the aggressiveness. Wendinger, though, able to go all the way from first to third. I like it. There again, too, situational hitting. It doesn't go down in the books as a sacrifice bunt, but just as good, actually better than a sacrifice bunt, because Wendinger was able to go all the way to third. And again, good situational hitting with 2 strikes to put the ball in play, and good things happen, so I like it. The aggressiveness to go from first to third, huge situational hitting, sacrificial hitting, again, doesn't go in the book as that, but just as good there. Good job being able to put the ball in play. That was a changeup, so a tough pitch to hit. East is going to score another run. Good scoop by the first baseman. I believe we had another pinch hitter for East, number 10. So yes, that was Tegan Richards there. She went in to play third last inning. Gets the RBI there, so again, I'm impressed. This Cougar team doing a great job of situational hitting, clutch hitting, getting the RBIs when they need it, padding their score now, 6-1 lead. I should say, too, a nice play by the Raiders first baseman to scoop that. The bounces in the dome, they're tough, but to scoop that, because it was a close play. Tegan almost beat that out, but she scooped it to get the out. But the run scores, and a good decision by the Raiders defense there to not go home with it because it was slow enough. There's a weird little spin. Yeah, that was a tough spin for Raiders shortstop. So it kind of went off the end of the bat. Had a weird spin on it. That would have been a tough defensive play. But East keeps the inning alive. Still 2 outs, bottom of 6. East leading 6-1. And that was Beatty with the end of the bat single there. I'm not going to call that an error. I don't know what the official scorebook would, but because that had such a weird spin on it, I don't know how you... Even if the shortstop fielded it cleanly, I don't know if she would have had a chance, but one of those weird spins again, but it looked like it went right off the end of her bat. But back to the top of the order for East here in the 6th. It's Jacobs again with Beatty on first with 2 outs. East already with 1 run this inning to make it 6-1. We're in the bottom of the 6th already. This Cougar lineup just loaded. They have some speed with their slappers. They've shown some power. They've shown they can steal. They've shown they can bunt. So that's going to make them a dangerous lineup here. And, of course, their defense doing a great job. And they have Stengel pitching that's able to shut down the hitters. A good Northfield team holding them to 1 run so far. The runner goes. Oh, but it's called strike 3 on the side. But East does another good job getting another run in on the RBI ground out by Richards. Make it 6-1, and here we are in the 7th. So 3 outs away from East taking this Big 9 opener for them against a really good Northfield team. Stengel's going to go out for the complete game. I wish I was keeping track of how many strikeouts she had. Man, there's a lot. East defense coming up big. And she'll have a chance for the complete game. East a chance to go 1-0 in the Big 9. 6-1 lead. Seven strikeouts, my sources tell me she's had. Pretty good start there. But, she's had 7 strikeouts, but I bet she's had pretty close to 7 assists just fielding, too. That the ball seems there's been a lot of balls that have been hit right to her. And, you hear it all the time. Tough to field your position as a pitcher because, 1, you're closer. 2, you're winding up in your motion to pitch. So your reaction time, and then to make the throw, to adjust from throwing underhand to throwing overhand. So give her some credit for that, too. So, and she had the big triple to score a run. So nice job by Kylan Stengel tonight. But again, I think you got to give credit to this entire East lineup right now. All the way up and down the lineup, everybody seemed to contribute. Sacrifice bunts, RBI ground out, situational hitting, Pinch hitting coming in. Clutch hitting. East has done it. They've done it. They've used the small ball. They've used sacrifices. They've even used a squeeze. But then they've used the power to score some runs too. They've had RBI groundouts. Changeup misses just low. East 3 outs away from winning this one. Northfield batting here in the top of the 7th. East leading 6-1. It's the number 9 hitter for Northfield right now. Nauman, the left fielder. She bats at the 2-ball, 1 strike count. And Stengel gets her to chase the high one. I know that pitch is just so tempting. Maybe I'm biased, but I just think rise balls are such a tough pitch to hit. 2-2, the count, top of 7. Oh, just missing. Changeup just getting outside. Tough pitch to lay off of, but full count. Nobody out here in the top of the 7th. East leading 6-1. Foul ball, hard foul ball. Good battle here between the Raiders' number 9 hitter and Stengel going after her, full count. She's going after, attacking her. Here we go, the full count pitch. Ground ball down the first baseline. Staying alive, number 9 hitter, nobody out. Northfield down to their last frame here. East 3 outs away from going 1-0 in the Big 9 against a tough Northfield squad. And she gets her swinging. Nice pitch, that was high, top of the zone. Got her swinging to bring 1 down. 8 strikeouts now on the night. And now, so Graff was the pitcher and leadoff hitter, but now Blandon came in to pitch. She's now hitting, a righty. We haven't seen her hit yet this game. And Stengel attacks her right away. Getting ahead. No balls, 1 strike. Northfield down to their last 2 outs. East leading 6-1 here in the MSU Dome. And same pitch, just gets a tick of it. 0-2 now the count. Looked like the pitch might have hit the catcher, Reasoner. Tough one. You know, I don't think catchers sometimes get the credit they deserve. They take a beating back there. Got to be on their knees catching that, and a hard foul ball, they get beat up. The Reasoner doing a nice job tonight. Oh! Tricky pitch and changeup. The hitter wanted it, but she was able to hold off. They're checking just in case. Yeah. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah, hard to hold up on that one. Ooh. That's a tough one to lay off. Just a little bit too high there to even the count at 2-2. East leading 6-1. We're in the 7th inning. And there she got her on the change. Looks kind of like a drop change. I don't know if that's such a thing, but good pitch nonetheless. Northfield now down to their final out. So Graff, who was the pitcher, is now batting. There we go. Yes, she's now in center field. She pops it up and hits the top of the dome, foul ball. Strike 1. So the Cougars 2 strikes away from winning this one. Score is still 6-1. But again, Graff here, the leadoff hitter for Northfield. And she lines it down the first baseline, foul. Good aggressive cut from the lefty. No quit in Northfield. They want to keep going, even with 2 outs, down 6-1. A 1 strike away. Stengel to Reesner. 1 strike away from East winning this one. And a pop-up. That's going to be trouble. The left fielder's there. And East final score 6-1. Impressive win for the Cougars here. They go 1-0. Northfield falling to the Cougars. Again, complete game pitching performance by Stengel. Complete game hitting performance by the Cougars. Showing it all. Showing they got a loaded lineup there. Got to watch out for the power. Got to watch out for their speed. Got to watch out for their small balls. So this is going to be a fun team to watch. A fun team to cover this year. And we're just getting started. Hopefully the next time we get to bring you a broadcast, it'll be outside. If not, we're thankful for this dome too, because you never know with this Minnesota weather. So thanks for listening. This is through 24/7 Ball Sports. So make sure you check out, you can watch this game if you missed any part of it. You can watch the entire game on the 24/7 Ball Sports YouTube channel. Will be posted there if you want to go back and see any of it. If you want to check out more, we have some profile articles on some of the players, a season preview. That would be 24/7 Ball Sports media if you want to learn more about that. And if not, thanks for listening and watching, and we'll come to you next game. This was our game of the week now already on this Monday, so we'll see what the schedule and the weather allows us to do, but thanks for sticking with it.
After I had the lineup, I was going to go back up there, and I'm like,
I hope I pretended to know what I was talking about.